Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, TWDU Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Walking Dead universe and the current state of the franchise right now, and whether or not we think we should have a third Walking Dead show. So, this is one that I remember I asked you guys kind of a little bit on the community tab a couple weeks ago. I remember I did a post, and some people were saying, we need a third show for Walking Dead universe. We need more content. It's not enough. There's not enough episodes to cover a year of Walking Dead. And I was like, you know what, honestly, I'm going to discuss this video. I'm going to talk about it because I want to see where people are at on this topic because, you know, some people, of course, would argue that they want quality over quantity, right? And some people say that they want quantity over quality. I've actually seen both ends of the spectrum here. So I'm kind of curious to see where you guys stand on this one because I'd say about a year ago or so, back in 2023, we had 3 Walking Dead shows that were going to be currently airing. Fear the Walking Dead was wrapping up, so they had that going on, but thank God, right, that ended when it did. But they had, of course, 3 shows that were going to be airing: Daryl Dixon, Dead City, and The Ones Who Live. Well, unfortunately, Gimple screwed us over and only did 1 season of The Ones Who Live, right? So now Ones Who Live was just a limited event, just a limited series, and we have still Dead City and Daryl Dixon, but no Ones Who Live, right? So now there's only 2 Walking Dead shows, on during the year, and it seems like next year is going to be the exact same thing. So, here's the thing, right? Walking Dead, I think ever since about, I'd say 2019 or so, we've always had 3 shows on. We've had the main show, we've had Trash Beyond, we had Fear the Walking Dead, and then they even did Tales of the Walking Dead, and they did a bunch of those things. Nowadays, it's like they only do 2 shows, and then sometimes a third one if they're, interested. But one thing I will say is that, it's the weirdest thing, right? And I don't even know how to properly, talk about this, really, because it's like, on one angle, I think The Walking Dead is doing really great right now without Fear the Walking Dead in the way, and World Beyond in the way, and all these other terrible shows in the way. But ever since they got rid of those shows, it's almost like there's not enough Walking Dead content to go around, if that makes any sense, Because now it's like, okay, so, if they had The Ones Who Live, let's say, The Ones Who Live was multiple seasons, which you guys know, I firmly believe that The Walking Dead Ones Who Live should have been more seasons than it actually was. But let's say, I don't know, they didn't have that, Then it'd be like, okay, Dead City, Ones Who Live, Daryl Dixon. That's perfect because you'd have a show in the spring, a show in the summer, and a show in the fall. I'm sure a lot of Walking Dead fans could agree that that is probably what would have been the best option for them at the moment, is that you have a show in the spring, a show in the summer, a show in the fall. And every year, you continue that trend. I thought that's what it would be. When the main show ended, I thought that's exactly what we were going to be getting, is 1 season of those per year and 3 of those, Walking Dead seasons a year with all good quality seasons, right? Because here's the thing. Back when Fear the Walking Dead was airing, there were a lot of things going on because you had the spinoffs and you had Fear the Walking Dead. But Fear the Walking Dead was not good. So taking that away was a great thing. But now it's like they took so many spinoffs away that we only have 6 and 6. We only have 12 episodes a year. And when you look at the grand scale of the franchise, it doesn't really progress things that much in just the matter of 1 year, And I think that's kind of the unfortunate thing, is that they are focusing more on quality over quantity. I think they are, at least. I mean, Daryl Season 2 could have been higher quality, so you could even argue that one as well, too. But I'm sure a lot of people could agree with me that the franchise, it's like, it needs that one more thing. You know what I'm saying? But something good, not something stupid, something good, to keep the franchise kind of afloat. Because it feels lifeless at the moment with just those 2 shows, because they don't have enough, drive to them. If The Ones Who Live was still around and they were doing at least a season of that every year, hell, every even 2 years, honestly. If you want to go a year gap, with 1 year you only get Dead City, Daryl Dixon. 1 year you get Ones Who Live, Dead City, Daryl Dixon. The next year maybe you don't, maybe you're missing a show. Then the next year you get 3 seasons again. That, to me, I think even would have been a better process, because now it's like, it feels like they took so much away that it's like there's not much to it anymore, Because I'm telling you, with The Ones Who Live involved in this conversation, let's say we were going into 2025 and you had Dead City in the spring, Daryl Dixon in the summer, and The Ones Who Live in the fall. I'm telling you right there, people would be satisfied. I guarantee people will be happy. But because that's been cut off, and because that was just a limited event, now people are feeling the lifelessness of The Walking Dead, which I can't blame them. So when I do polls, and like I said, I did one a few days ago where it was like, oh yeah, like, you know, what show are you guys more excited for, Dead City, Daryl Dixon? A lot of people are telling me neither. A lot of people, I'm telling you, ever since people found out Ones Who Live was just a limited event, people have just given up. I mean, they've given up. So I'm telling you, we need a third show to fill that gap. You know, I'm not asking for a mega franchise, but I'm asking for what kind of seemed like we were promised, you know, which is The Ones Who Live, Dead City, Daryl Dixon, 1 season per year, and you keep that going. But unfortunately, all we have is a 6-episode season and then another 6-episode season, and that's it. And you know what's funny? I wouldn't have even done this video if they were focusing more on quality over quantity, but Daryl Season 2, you cannot tell me, was great quality. It was mediocre quality at best. So that's when I'm like, okay, so you only have 2 shows, and one of your seasons was kind of mediocre this year. Gotcha, you know? So that's my problem with it right there. I feel like they are focusing way too much on just either quality over quantity, and they're screwing that up too, because Daryl Dixon was definitely not that, or they just, I guess they just don't care. I don't know. It's a very weird state for the franchise. It's very odd. But like I said, I'm telling you, we need one more show to make this all feel more whole. I don't know what exactly that would be. Obviously, I'm not requesting garbage. I'm requesting something good. But it feels like we need that one other thing to get that spark flying again in this franchise, because it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't. When I'm looking at the lineup of 2025 shows, and like I said, you guys are the ones that made me realize it, I am not seeing it. I am definitely not seeing it. So, I don't know. Just my opinions on it. However, it doesn't even seem like it's just my opinion. It seems like it's a lot of your guys' opinion as well, too. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Do you think we need a third show? And if so, what kind of third show do you want? Do you think they should have continued with The Ones Who Live, like I think they should have, and enhanced the story and not rushed it so much? And then we would have had, 3 shows a year. I mean, I think that would have been a lot better, especially because they're short seasons. I'm telling you, they should have definitely done that. We should be heading into Ones Who Live Season 2 next year. That's what should have been happening. But, of course, Gimple has his way. And, of course, here we are now with 2 shows that it sounds like not that many people are all that excited for. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this all kind of goes down. I expect to get some kind of announcement, some kind of, comment on the state of this franchise at some point next year and get some kind of an idea of where any of this is going. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews, subscribe, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist. Beat world gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.